Recording in progress.
Would you please stand for the pledge of allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The first item on the agenda is to reconvene our meeting from our workshop today. So could I get a motion to reconvene?
I'll move that we reconvene the meeting.
Okay, second. It's been moved by Councilman Rock, second by Councilman Merrill. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Hearing none opposed, motion carried. Thank you. Could I next get a motion to adopt the agenda?
I move to adopt the agenda.
Second.
I'll second it.
It's been moved by Councilman Merrill, second by Councilman Rock. All in favor say aye.
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 Hearing none opposed, motion carries. The next item on the agenda is any kind of announcements or proclamations. I don't believe we have anything tonight. So we'll move on to the public comment section. And this is for anyone in the audience that would like to come up and address the town council. Comments we usually try to limit to 3 minutes, and there's really no discussion with the council, but if we have anybody that wants to address the council, please come up now. Okay, thank you very much. All right, we'll move on. Make this easy. Next item on the agenda is to adopt the consent agenda, and I would like to go through that consent agenda. I could first. So the first items on the consent agenda are to approve the minutes for December 12th work session and the December 12th regular meeting. Next item is the community board appointments. And we have 4 people that we're going to add to our new board tonight. And I just want to explain a little bit before, they're normally 3-year terms, just so everyone knows, but when you start a brand new board, you don't want the entire board leaving in the same day. So we kind of stagger the terms. No real reason behind it, I just kind of pick numbers. So if you're wondering why that person has a longer term than you do, that's really the reason. Once your term is up and you decide to stay on, which hopefully you won't do, then it would be a 3-year term after that. So the first person is Frank Bell. What's up, Frank? Thank you very much for being here and for volunteering for this board. This is exciting. Thank you. Next person is Vince Barbson. Vince, thank you.
No problem. Thank you.
And then Katie. Thank you. I know you're very busy, so thank you for coming. It's nice we got it on the beginning of the agenda. And then the other person is Barb Watkins. So just so you guys know, I didn't say this, but Frank, your term is 2027. Vince, yours is 2025, but we will definitely renew yours. Katie, yours is 2026, and then Barb's is 2027.
I'll swap.
No, you don't get to do that. It's like I said, no real reason. It's just like, okay, we'll just do this. Next item on the consent agenda is disbursements. And then the dispatch report, the court report, and the special municipal officers report. And all of those are available online if you'd like to look at them. Let's see, so do I have anything else on there? No. So can I get a motion to approve the consent agenda? Nope, I don't need. Is that, Chris, we changed this a little bit? Yeah, I do. Thank you.
No problem. So I move to approve the consent agenda.
Okay. Second?
it.
All right, been moved by Councilman Merrill, second by Councilman Rock. All in favor say aye.
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 Hearing none opposed, motion carries. Okay, next item on the agenda is public hearings and action items. And I don't think we have any public hearings tonight, so this is going to be easy. January is always this way. The next thing on the agenda, we have 2 ordinances. But before we do that, if I could get a motion to approve the ordinances by title and explanation only.
I'll move that we approve the ordinances by title and explanation.
Okay, and second?
I'll second.
Okay, it's been moved by Councilman Rock, second by Councilman Merrill. All in favor, say aye.
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 Hearing none opposed, motion carries. So the next item on the agenda is there's two ordinances, so if Councilman Rock, if you're okay doing those one at a time in your motion.
The first one is Title 9, General Regulations, Chapter 94, Nuisance. This is the second reading of the update to this ordinance. And the update is to the existing code to provide clarification, improved timeline for abatement, and more concise language throughout. There were no changes, I believe, from the first reading to the second reading. I move that we approve the second reading of Title 9, General Regulations, Chapter 94, Nuisance.
Second.
I'll second.
Been moved by Councilman Rock, second by Councilman Merrill. At this point, I'll open up to questions or comments. Anyone from the audience? So this is the second reading. We read one last month. We read the first reading. We didn't have any comments at all and requests for changes from the public, so that's why we're now on to the second reading. Council? Nothing. All right. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Approved by our, all in favor say aye, and we did, so it's approved. Thank you very much. So, it's been a long day for me, just saying. You can tell. All right, next item on the agenda is the second ordinance. This is ordinance 2024-01. Councilman Rock.
This is the first reading of ordinance 2024-01, Title 11, Business Regulations, Chapter 113, Short-Term Rental Permits, which is going to be changed to short-term rental of residential units. An explanation is we're updating this existing code to clarify the short-term rental permit requirements, the conditions for permit issuance, and to better define conditions that constitute violation of this chapter. We did receive some comments prior to this meeting that we are going to take a look at, so there may be some updates between now and the next reading next month at next month's council meeting, but those will be out online for everyone to review at that time as well. I move that we approve the first reading of Chapter 113, short-term rental of residential permits to be of residential units.
Second.
I'll second.
Approved. Motion made by Councilman Rock, second by Councilman Merrill. Okay, and we'll open this up to any comments. Any comments from the audience? Not seeing any.
I'm Linda Bell. This is my first time addressing the council, so if you'd like plat number and lot number, that's fine too. Are you good?
Yes, we're good.
In matters like this ordinance, there are often overlapping impacts that, cause us all a lot of headaches. And so in addressing those, you want to get the ultimate number of impacts out on the table so that you can address as many as you can at any given time. It occurs to me in the reading of the draft that it's a good, strong draft. However, there are those things that come back to bite you. And one of them that occurs to me is the idea that if we're talking about the impacts of short-term rentals, that those impacts would logically occur over weekends. And of course, we don't have a great deal of weekend enforcement available to us. So how do we address that going forward, and who is going to address that, and who would do that in a timely manner beyond the person who is stated in each short-term rental to do that? So if they encounter any problems or any pushback at all, who do they rely on? The second question is that of signage. If we're considering putting signs out near the golf course for those properties and those short-term rental properties that abut the golf course, there are often allowances for guests who are visiting the property and who are allowed to have events in proximity to the golf course. And how do you state that they are not allowed to encroach on the golf course? So suggestion I might have is summer regulations versus winter regulations. In other words, the signage, if posted, could say summer regulations mean the golf course is fee for play only, no other occupancy, or some such verbiage. The other thing that occurs to me is for those short-term rentals that abut the golf course, how do you invite, say, an event occupancy on the property that isn't in danger of getting clobbered by golf balls? So those of us who have lived on the fairways for any length of time know that the golf balls are rampant and unpredictable, and we learn to watch for them. But how do you invite others into the property who don't know or get caught up in the time that they're there? And an allowance of 50 people for a special event on a short-term rental property is likely to cause a lot of people to get wound up in what they're doing and not pay attention to who's teeing off. So I don't know that the town incurs any liability for that whatsoever, but posting is always the first defense, the first line of defense, and I think that perhaps any signage that's attended to short-term rental properties ought to consider if there's any liability in that case. Thank you.
Yeah, great ideas, thank you.
Were you meaning like posting outside or inside or both?
Well, I hadn't considered it until I saw the draft. I'm not sure it's a bad idea at all, because the people that stay in short-term rental properties aren't necessarily concerned about what the rules are anyway.
Yeah.
They're only going to be there a short time. We've all seen it. And I don't know that the signage will help at all, but it is your first line of defense, so to the extent you're going to post it, or we're going to post it on our properties, maybe we ought to consider all possibilities. So I think it has to be within the property boundary, but I don't know that for sure.
Yeah, I understand what you mean.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Good suggestions. Okay. Any other suggestions on this? Council? Yes, nothing, good. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Thank you. The next item on the agenda is the mayor and council comments. And I don't know, you got anything?
I just quickly do, so thank you, Travel and Tourism Board members. We've got most of you here tonight. I will reach out to you by email and we can figure out a best first meeting date. I was thinking next month sometime, but we'll figure out what works for everybody's schedule, so I'll be reaching out to you on that. And then also, we had a change in board assignments today. And I will be taking over, in addition to the Travel and Tourism, the Planning and Zoning Board. So looking forward to that. That's it.
Thank you. I did want to mention one thing. Kristen is also on the tourism board. She has to be per statute because she's the town clerk treasurer. She'll be handing the money. All right. Did you have anything? No? You're good? Councilman, you okay? You good? Your talking is excellent. We knew you was good. All right. I don't have anything else either. So I guess just a motion to adjourn.
Oh, Jesus.
I move that we adjourn the town council meeting.
Great timing.
Second?
I'll say.
been moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. None
Aye.
opposed, motion carries.
At least you don't have to scrape ice off.
Well, the good news, he was here all day.